Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. Napoleon Hill, my friends, let that quote strike your heart like thunder, because buried inside those words is the key to unlocking a life beyond average. Look around. The world in 2025 is faster, louder, and more competitive than ever before. Artificial intelligence is racing ahead. Remote work has become the battlefield of the ambitious, and attention is the new currency. In this world, you don't survive by doing what's easy, you grow by choosing the challenge. What separates the successful from the stagnant? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's the daily decision to lean into the discomfort, to challenge yourself deliberately, even when no one's watching. Let me ask you, what did you do today that stretched your limits? What challenge did you take on that made you slightly uncomfortable, slightly more aware, slightly more alive? Because every single challenge you take on is a brick in the foundation of your future. Every time you push past fear, doubt, or procrastination, you take one step closer to the person you're meant to become. Before we go deeper, I invite you, if you believe in living with purpose, if you believe in Napoleon Hill's timeless principles, to subscribe to this channel, Napoleon Hill Ignite, and hit the bell icon. Your journey deserves this fuel every single week. Now listen closely. Hill taught us that every success story begins with a burning desire, a goal so vivid, so urgent, it becomes a living force within you. But desire alone is not enough. It must be backed by faith, and it must be executed through daily persistent action. That's where one challenge a day comes in. Taking on a single meaningful challenge daily, making that call you fear, speaking up in that meeting, launching that small product, studying that new AI tool. Each of these actions stokes the fire of growth. These are not just activities. They are proof that you believe in your purpose. And Think and Grow Rich. Hill emphasized that persistence is to the character of man as carbon is to steel. One challenge a day may not seem like much, but over a year, that's 365 bricks of unstoppable self-growth. Stack them wisely. In the age of distraction, most people wait for motivation. But those who rise are those who act, especially when they don't feel ready. They understand what Hill called the mastermind principle, surrounding yourself with growth, ideas, challenges, and mentors that stretch you. So, my challenge to you is simple. Starting today, pick one challenge. Just one. Do it no matter how small it seems, because that small step is better than standing still. One challenge a day, one step ahead. Always forward. You're not meant for average. You are meant for impact. And that, my friend, begins today. Asterisk. There comes a time in every person's life when they must look in the mirror and ask, am I drifting or am I driven? If you're drifting, floating with the tide, following the crowd, living each day a reaction rather than intention, then today must be the day you choose to change. Because one truth echoes through all the pages of Napoleon Hill's teachings: success is never an accident. It is the result of deliberate daily challenge, what I call the discipline of forward motion. One challenge a day equals one step ahead. Isn't just a catchy phrase. It's a principle that embodies three of Hill's most powerful ideas: definiteness of purpose, faith, and persistence. Let's begin with definiteness of purpose. Hill said, there is one quality which one must possess to win, and that is definiteness of purpose, the knowledge of what one wants, and a burning desire to possess it. If you don't have a clearly defined aim, you're a ship lost at sea. And if your aim is to grow, to achieve, to rise, you must set your purpose like a compass and use your daily challenges to navigate toward it. Now, once that purpose is set, faith must follow. Not blind hope, not passive waiting. I'm talking about Hill's kind of faith belief backed by action. He wrote, faith is the starting point of all accumulation of riches. So if you truly believe you are meant for more, why are you hiding from difficulty? Why are you playing it safe? Every time you face a challenge, you strengthen your belief that you can. That's how faith becomes real. And then comes the cornerstone of all achievement, persistence. It's easy to take on a challenge when you're feeling motivated, but motivation fades. Hill said, persistence is the sustained effort necessary to induce faith and translate plans into action. One challenge a day keeps the inner fire lit. One push forward tells the world, and more importantly, tells yourself that you are not giving up. Not today, not ever. If this message strikes a chord with you, then this is your moment too. Join a movement. Subscribe to Napoleon Hill Ignite and tap the bell. Because iron sharpens iron, and so will these messages every week. Now let me be practical. In this modern age of AI, automation, and constant digital evolution, standing still is falling behind. Want to master your craft? Pick one daily challenge that stretches your mind. Want to grow your business? Face one fear each day, whether it's pitching, posting, or pivoting. Want to improve your relationships? Have one hard, honest conversation. Today, the path to greatness doesn't require leaps, it requires consistent steps. The kind taken every single day, often in silence, often in discomfort, but always in alignment with your deepest goals. So I leave you with this. The man or woman who rises each day, faces one new challenge, and moves one step forward, that person becomes unstoppable. Will you be that person? The choice is yours, and it begins now. Let me know if you want this formative for YouTube video descriptions, thumbnails, or turned into a script series. You are living in the most fast-paced, competitive, and opportunity-filled time in human history. In 2025, the game has changed. Jobs are disappearing. New industries are rising overnight. AI is writing code, managing businesses, and even creating art. You're not just competing with humans anymore. You're competing with machines. But let me tell you a truth that no algorithm can replace. The person who dares to challenge themselves daily becomes irreplaceable. Napoleon Hill said, opportunity often comes disguised in the form of misfortune or temporary defeat. And today, opportunity is disguised in discomfort, the kind that comes from doing what most people avoid. Every time you pick a challenge, instead of a shortcut, you rise above the average. And in a world that's changing by the second, the only ones who stay ahead are those who move with the change. Not against it. Look at the gig economy, millions of people freelancing, side hustling, building personal brands. But here's the truth. Most people are just busy not building. They confuse motion with progress. But you will be different. Because you understand this law. One challenge a day equals one step ahead. That means learning one new skill in AI or automation this week. That means posting content even if you're afraid no one will listen. That means starting a digital product, pitching a service, joining a mastermind group, anything that stretches you. That's how you transform chaos into growth. And if you're ready to keep growing, challenge after challenge, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, Napoleon Hill Ignite, and hit the bell icon. These messages are designed to fuel your fire every week. You see, Hill's teachings aren't old, they're eternal. He talked about definiteness of purpose in a world that now rewards clarity like never before. The internet doesn't reward talent, it rewards consistency. Hill emphasized faith, and in today's economy, you need faith not just in a higher power, but in your ability to reinvent yourself again and again. And then there's persistence, the superpower of success. Everyone's excited on day 1, but the winners? They show up on day 100, day 300, day 999 with the same hunger. You don't need to make a giant leap today. You just need to take the next small, uncomfortable step. Write the pitch. Learn the tool. Record the video. Wake up 1 hour earlier. Read one chapter. Build one skill. Challenge yourself once every day. That's how you stay one step ahead in a world moving 100 miles an hour. You are not just surviving the future. You are shaping it. And the best part? It begins with a decision you can make right now. So I'll ask you once, the way Hill would ask, Will you drift with the world or lead yourself through it? Choose challenge. Take the step. And become the person no world, no system can outpace. You don't need a perfect plan to begin, you need a decision. A decision to grow. A decision to take one challenge today that will stretch you past who you were yesterday. That's the secret, my friend. That's the foundation of greatness. Napoleon Hill told us, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. What does that mean in real life? It means you must train yourself to move even if the step is small, even if fear is whispering in your ear. Because when you challenge yourself daily, you build the most valuable muscle of all, momentum. This is not about overnight success. This is about daily power. When Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich, he gave us a formula so simple and so powerful that people still ignore it. Desire plus faith plus action equals success. Let's break that down. First comes desire, a burning, obsessive need to do something bigger than comfort. Without desire, you'll never choose the hard thing, but with it, you'll crave the challenge. Then comes faith, not hope, not luck, but the belief that if you take action with conviction, the universe will move with you. And finally, action. Every day, one meaningful, uncomfortable action that brings you closer to your goal. And here's the application. Every morning, ask yourself one question. What challenge can I take today that my future self will thank me for? Then write it down, name it, schedule it, attack it. This simple habit aligns with everything Hill taught. Definiteness of purpose, persistence, and personal initiative. You want to grow your business? Challenge yourself to call 5 new leads. You want better health? Challenge yourself to wake up 30 minutes early and sweat. You want confidence? Challenge yourself to speak up in that meeting. You want to master a new skill? Challenge yourself to learn for one focused hour, no distractions. This isn't magic. This is mental discipline. And if this kind of mindset speaks to you, then I encourage you subscribe to Napoleon Hill Ignite and tap the bell icon. We are building a community of action takers, one step at a time. Napoleon Hill believed that every man or woman has the power to shape their own destiny, not by waiting, but by doing. And the most powerful way to do that is to stop overwhelming yourself with someday goals and start challenging yourself today. It only takes one push, one bold move, one daily act of courage. Stack those moments and you build a new identity. A doer, a leader, a creator. So don't just dream big, challenge small. And do it every single day. Because one challenge a day doesn't just keep you moving, it keeps you ahead. And ahead is where you're meant to be. Asterisk, I want you to hear me loud and clear. You are one decision away from a completely different life. Napoleon Hill didn't write for the comfortable. He didn't write for the passive. He wrote for the doers, the risk takers, the dreamers with dirt under their nails. And if you're here, you're one of them. Hill said, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But belief is just a spark. To ignite the fire, you need action. Not once a year, not once a week, every single day. That's why I tell you, one challenge a day equals one step ahead. In a world moving at lightning speed, you don't have time to wait for inspiration. You must act your way into belief. Every time you rise up to a challenge, you hardwire your mind for greatness. But here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Most people don't fail because of lack of knowledge. They fail because of lack of motion. You can read every book, watch every video, take every course. But if you're not challenging yourself daily, you're dying slowly with your dreams still inside you. That's why I urge you, if these words awaken something in you, subscribe to Napoleon Hill Ignite and ring the bell. Because your mind needs constant fuel to stay on fire. Now, let me speak to your reality. We live in a time where everyone is busy, but few are building. You scroll, compare, doubt, and every day you hesitate. Someone else gets ahead. That's not negativity. That's urgency. The same urgency Hill had when he said, "Do not wait." The time will never be just right. Your challenge today might be small, sending that email, making that call, showing up to the gym. But what matters is not the size. What matters is that you move. Because the person who challenges themselves every day becomes unstoppable. Their confidence grows. Their skill sharpens. Their life changes. Let me give it to you straight. Success is not an event. It is a habit. You don't wake up successful. You walk your way there. One bold step. One challenge at a time. Think of every successful person you admire. Do you think they became who they are by accident? No. They earned it through sweat, focus, and daily discomfort. And if they can do it, so can you. So don't waste this day. Don't wait for perfect timing. Challenge yourself. Stretch yourself. Prove to yourself that you're not like the rest. One challenge a day. One step ahead. One unstoppable you. This is your time. Make it count.